Hello, everyone, and welcome to Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. I'm Nipasa Pradhan, and I'm going to be your host for today. But excitingly, I'm also going to be joined by my co-host Samriddhi. Hi Samriddhi, really happy to have you, and I'm excited for this discussion we're going to have today. And this is going to be very, very interesting, friends. I hope that you have a lot to talk about. And we're going to discuss about Trump 2.0 impact on immigration. Sam, if you have anything to say before we start.
Yeah, I'm really excited for today's show. It's for the very first time that we two are hosting the show together. And guys, welcome to today's special live show. And as Napasa already mentioned, that today we are going to talk about the most hottest topic in global politics right now, that is Trump 2.0 impact on immigration. It's definitely going to be very insightful and it's definitely going to be very interesting as well. So, stay tuned and join us also on today's episode. It will definitely going to be very good. So, yeah, Napasa, please go ahead.
Absolutely, Sam. Yes, and since that is the topic, so what is Trump 2.0? And I think we should start off with that. This phrase has become widely very much used, become popular, and actually going viral, I guess. So it's used to refer to what a second term under former President Donald Trump could mean for the United States, and especially for immigration, that is. So it's going to be very interesting. I know a lot of folks out there are still processing with what the news just uh, had to be, and for sure we are looking forward for a lot of changes and hoping for the best. Nothing to be too worried about. I'm sure everything is going to fall in place and it's going to make a lot more sense in a couple more days or months, and definitely start of 2025. Trump's 2016-2020 administration set a precedent with strict immigration policies. And that's what most of the folks out there and all of us are also expecting this time, and hoping for best. And I think the main thing, what everybody is saying is Trump's main issue is with illegal immigrants. So there's nothing for legal immigrants to be worried about. And for sure, Sam, also, if you have anything to add to, but yes, this new term 2.0 essentially reflects the possibility of a tougher stance, on United States immigration policies than ever before. So I think we'll all just be ready, pull up our socks, and just be ready for anything that could be thrown at us. Trump 2.0, it is a kind of a shorthand for a second wave of America's first agenda, with a renewed focus on reshaping immigration policies to fit that framework. And Sam, if you have anything more to add to Trump 2.0.
Sure. I think that this Trump 2.0. Well, we are not very much clear about that what it's going to happen, but I know that many immigrants are definitely going to. I mean, it's going to blow many immigrant minds. And I think that Trump has a very influencing personality, whether you love him or hate him, doesn't matter. But he is very easy to influence people. And I'm very sure that whatever he's going to take or whatever he's going to bring in the administration, that's definitely going to be very exciting because as he already mentioned about mass deportation, so people are looking for it, whether it's really going to happen in official way or what, but we can just say that let's see. And also about, I think there will be stricter border control, as most importantly US Mexico border, because people out there, they were simply just crossing the border because there wasn't any wall or there wasn't any restriction. So, due to just for the sake of asylum, they were crossing the border, and American, they were, I mean, just adapting those people, and that was definitely going to be more of illegal immigration, and that was really destroying America's resources. And I think if that is removing, and if Trump is taking step on that thing, then it's really going to be, I think he can make America great again if he will work on deporting illegal immigration. So I think that would be great. And right now, I think Napasa, we can see some of the viewers also, those who have joined us. So I think, guys, definitely we are going to be very happy if because this special episode is especially for you all. So it's great if we can also have you also just keep on commenting and keep on posting as much as possible.
Right. I just saw SK's comment popping up, I think, and if we could get that.
Oh, we did.
So, if elected President Donald Trump's immigration plans could mean international students choose other countries, and many aspiring immigrants will find themselves out of luck. Okay, that is pretty interesting. And for sure, I mean, if you look at it, the immigration policies which are proposed by Donald Trump, particularly in relation to international students and high skilled professionals, I think certainly, concerning many, these policies were uh, different earlier, but could be, how to say, processed more and applied again this time, maybe refined again. And it could be implemented on businesses and students and skilled workers. And Trump had also mentioned about, giving a green card or trying to get a green card for folks who have American education, who have been studying in the US schools, colleges, universities, and have come out with flying colors. And looks like America would love to keep them as Americans there. So I think that's a lot to look out for also. A lot of positive things are coming up, right, Samrithi? What do you have to say also?
See, I think definitely there will be so much positive about, but there will be more positive for Americans themselves, maybe not for other countries as well. But I think SK, I mean, a very valid point, because most of the people they are struggling. I mean, from right now only, I can see that most of the people they are ready to, I mean, go back to their country because they don't want to handle those illegal immigration sort of thing. So, and also about H1B also, if we can talk about it that right now it was really, I mean, I won't say very easy, but at least it was not that much complicated to go to America, to work, to visit also, and to call your family members to, and also to, work, I mean, to also study. But now I think when Trump 2.0, I think it's the updated version of Trump, what he was ruling in his first presidency. And now again, he came up. I think this is something he is coming up with so much in his mind, so much fiery in him. So this is going to be great. And I think we will definitely take up all these questions. So keep on commenting. And Nipa, I think I also see John's question on WhatsApp. So can you please go ahead and read it out?
John saying Donald Trump's 2024 immigration plans may significantly impact international students and immigrants. Well, that is for sure, John. And for international students, the restrictions on optional practical training or OPT, could deter talented individuals from coming to the United States for their education and professional development. So a lot of changes is what we can expect. I think changes are good, so let's hope for the best. But I mean, when students under OPT, this could not only impact the students but also the US economy. And this benefits from the innovation and talent these students bring. So I'm sure that America would not want to lose that. And limiting the opportunity for international students to gain hands-on work experience post graduation could encourage them to seek opportunities in other countries, that is for sure, and more favorable immigration policies. So the harder it gets to get into America, folks out there, I mean, students out there are going to look out for other options, if not America. And I don't know how beneficial is that going to be for America. For sure. But I mean, John and SK folks, you could also join us on this discussion if you have anything to share with us, and you can click on the stream link we have shared with you in the comments. If you could just check it out, and if you could ask Control to pin it also, it would be great. Thank you so much. Sam, if you could also talk about, Kamala Harris, maybe. Why do you think she lost the election against Trump?
Um, See, it is like something. I would say that people nowadays they are not ready to make themselves just like a puppet, because most of the politicians, it's very a good saying for politician that if you're a politician, you're not honest. But and if you're honest, then definitely you have to be rude. And I think Americans mostly feel that thing because when Trump also ruled, and when Kamala also, I mean, sorry, not Kamala, but Joe Biden also ruled. So they got the differentiation between both of the parties, how they ruled. Whereas Trump, he is very much, I mean, bold and very much outspoken, but still, people, they trusted him. People actually got to know that yes, what he's actually talking about and what he's actually concerning about. Like, uh, whether it's mass deportation, he has been very vocal about, and he was actually the one who was standing strong on whatever opinion he was, telling it to people. And if it's in something like US Mexico border, he was also saying it in front of many people. Whereas Kamala Harris, I think she was kind of trying to make everyone's happy, and if you make everyone's happy, it's like you can make no one's happy. So she was a kind of like sugarcoating things, and that's why people wasn't able to connect much with her. So that may also be the reason that why Kamala Harris lose. And yeah, I think that should be the most important reason for her. What do you think, Nabasa? What was the reason behind that she lose?
Of course, there could be many other reasons, but it's definitely good to see all this. And I mean, so much is happening. So that is not just the only reason, but of course,
No,
there
but
are many.
Nabasa, you can also see that Kamala Harris, she was getting the support from Beyonce, Taylor Swift. Uh,
Yes,
right, there was so much news about it, that how Taylor Swift, she supported and Beyonce supported, and surprisingly, that these two celebrities are like worldwide famous. So if a
right.
celebrity, yeah, if a celebrity is supporting a politician, that really means so much, not only for not only for the group who are supporting those politicians, but also for the people who are supporting the celebrities too. So, but surprisingly, like Trump won.
I mean,
Yeah.
of course, and I and many others would have also loved to see Kamala Harris as the president for sure, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. But so many things. I mean, if you look at the historic significance, Kamala Harris's run as the Democratic nominee in 2024 also marked a historic milestone, and also as the first Black and South Asian woman to reach such a prominent position was so great, and we were all looking forward. Not all, but many of us were also looking forward for Harris
Nipata,
actually.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just need to say that why are you so much, not so much, but why are you in favor of Harris? Like, why? Yeah. Can you please share that with our viewers? Because I'm not.
Yeah,
That's why.
I was only looking at it from the immigration point of view, and she is a daughter of immigrants herself, and thinking of the fact that she could have understood immigrants better. So that was why I wanted Harris to also win. But of course, as you had also mentioned earlier, that Trump could be really harsh and very blunt, also at the same time, very rude. But that's how he is, I think, and well, talk about Harris. There's so much more. I was talking about her historical significance and also expectations. She was also viewed as a symbol of diversity and progress, appealing
Right.
to key democratic demographics, including women, minorities, and even younger voters. So many of us look up to her, even though she did not win the election. She still is a prominent figure and a role model to many. So definitely, she faced a lot of challenges, scrutiny due to her role as a vice president as well in some cases, and criticism goes, well, they say, right, whether you do good or bad, people are only going to speak, and it's up to you how you take criticism. So, but that aside, she definitely was a great candidate, and what a fight she gave to Trump. Wouldn't you agree, Sam? I think.
Kamla.
Sorry, I lost you.
Oh, am I like, am I audible here now?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. So, I can say that Kamala, definitely she was amazing, but anyhow, Americans want to make America great again. That's why they choose Trump. And I think that's how Americans are. I think majority of them, they are definitely happy with the decision who is ruling right now. But Napasa, I also saw so many people in America that they were literally crying when Trump got the winning thing.
Mm.
So I think, what would you like to say about people's reaction?
Like I said, I mean, it's very passionate and definitely a very big decision. If it was any other country, it wouldn't matter so much, but it's America, and it not just matters to America, but for the whole world. As you can see, all eyes were on America on the day of election as well. And even now, so much is happening, and we still, I mean, across the world, folks out there are still looking at America because what happens to America absolutely affects the whole world. Whether you talk about economy, immigration, and everything else that these two factors affect.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam.
And I think we were getting some interesting Twitter comments also, so we would love to read all those things. So if we can get it, please control. Can you please display those comments or memes? So Donald
Sure.
Trump's allies and some in the private sector have been quietly preparing to detain and deport migrants residing in the United States on a large scale, according to four sources familiar with the discussion. So I think Trump is on his work right now. He is not waiting for anything. And I think I also heard. Okay, let's read out this comment. The voters must say to the American president, stop putting their mouths in the affairs of other countries and let other countries manage their affairs. Let the voters be the president of the United States too. When other countries hold elections, stop appointing the president they want, but let the people do their choice. Then immigrants will stop fleeing their countries for hunger and violence. I think that's a very good perspective that the viewer is sharing, right, Napasa?
Right, right.
And this
So,
one also we got from A. So, one way or another, they will stop coming here, the easy way or the hard way. What can you say,
for
Napasa, on
sure.
this? Do you
For sure,
agree
for
with it?
sure. And the harder it gets, like I said earlier, people are going to look for other opportunities, if not America. I mean, they want to live their American dream, that is for sure. It's a dream come true if it happens. But if it doesn't happen, they can't just stop at where they are. They will still have to try to put their feet somewhere, right? Like they say, aim for the moon, even if not, you will land among the stars. So maybe if not America, but somewhere near America or another nation which is as good as America, or even if not the best, for sure.
Of course. No, that is completely true, and I completely agree with that thing. Okay, so can we read the other comments also? I think these comments are very important for our viewers also to know what's happening
Yes, in
around.
fact, talking about it, I just recently had a discussion with another, um, attorney, and she's from Portugal, and she was also saying about how Portuguese who are living in America as immigrants are really dying to leave America and go back to Portugal. And not just them, but also other Americans who would actually love to go and live in America, in Portugal, and live their life there. So it's very interesting how immigration works, and I think this is what is also happening in some stories.
Yeah, definitely. That's really happening. And I think there are so many people also, who are right now disagreeing with these things like it's not going to happen, the mass deportation. They are also afraid of the fact that what's uh, Trump is going to bring in US administration. So I think they are all are really frightened, and some are ready, some are happy, some are sad. So there's a mixed reaction, what we can see from people, right?
Right. And when we look at Trump's ideas on immigration, I think many people are also a little, I don't know about afraid or not, but they're definitely anxious and overthinking of what may happen. And some of them are even acting as soon as possible without nothing really happening as yet, but they're so afraid that something might happen that they're also fleeing away. So things like that are also happening, Sam. And,
Yeah, but
looking at,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But surprisingly, Nepasa, I would like to share that the one news that really surprised me also, and most of the people, that Trump also won over the people whom he wasn't expecting to. like more black people, the Latino voters also. He got votes from them also. So
Right,
isn't that
right.
something unexpected and
African Americans, Muslim Americans, so
right?
many. I mean, not to forget.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think we got more comments from Cynthia. So Cynthia is saying that we shouldn't be taking anyone from countries that are hostile to US without declaring war. If the country
Mhm.
is so bad, if the country is so bad, people have to flee and claim asylum.
There you go. Like I was, like, it's crazy
Yeah,
because that's what is happening. Many people are acting up. Like I said, things may not have happened as yet, but they're so afraid of things to get worse that they're like, why wait for the worst to happen? Why not
right.
just flee away now and get a better life or be in a better position than be just, you know, in a bad position later?
Exactly.
So that's what is happening, I think, Sam.
And earlier people were thinking that they were like America is so much, but now if we get, look into the news, then it's like something that there is so much inflation, then people are begging, then people are, the house rent and everything. It's like completely opposite how America used to be. So I think we can just hope right now that if Trump is here in the administration, I hope that something great will happen in America and it will come back to how it was earlier, right?
For sure, for sure. And there's a live update saying that Putin congratulates Donald Trump on US election win and says, ready to talk.
I
So I think let's watch this video.
simply not doing that because, at a certain point, the European Western leaders were calling me almost every week, and then they stopped all of a sudden. And you see, we're still healthy, very well. We're developing. If anyone among them wants to rebuild contacts, as I said, we have nothing against that. We're always open. We will rebuild these contacts and have a sincere discussion. But so far, there are many people who want to engage in a discussion. They are here in this room. So you're willing to talk to Trump? Yes, we are. We're ready. You can have any attitude toward him, you know, because during his first iteration as president, he was dubbed as mostly a businessman, that he is not very well versed in politics. He can make a lot of mistakes. But from the outset, I can tell you that his behavior when there was an attempt on his life, I was impressed. He's a courageous person. And it's not just about the hand he raised and his call to fight for their common values and ideals. Of course, there was a rush of adrenaline, but a person shows their true color in these emergencies. And this is precisely one of those cases, and I think he acquitted himself admirably in a valiant fashion as a man. As far as politics is concerned, I don't know, during his first presidency, I don't know whether he's going to hear that, but I think I'm going to say that regardless. I think he was harassed by everyone on all sides.
So we got a comment from Ryder, and he's saying that Donald Trump and Putin can end the wars in Ukraine. Napasa, you're on mute.
And Syria, he adds. I was saying, sorry about that.
Yeah. All right. And Syria too. All right, Ryder. Well, let's see what happens. And I think I also can say that definitely there will be end of war if Donald and Putin can be together. So I think this may happen. So I
Well,
think, yeah, please. I think we should come back to the video, isn't it?
um, not sure about that, but we can definitely talk a little more on this since we are
Yeah.
here to talk, Sam. So, about what do you have to say? What can we expect maybe in the next 4 years? Forget 4 years, 2025. What do you think it's going to look like on Trump's reign?
See, I think for sure there will be stricter border controls because Trump is more importantly looking towards like being tough on border security. So this will be for sure. This is definitely going to happen. And I think there will also be some kind of restrictions, like people can't enter easily to USA, not only through border crossing, but also like visa restrictions will also be there. And like we can also see that H1B workers and student visas also, there will be some kind of more complicated processes will be there, and deportations will also be there, and I think people will more focus on legal immigration. So I think that's a very good thing that is definitely going
Mhm.
to happen. So I think these 3 to 4 things that will definitely, for sure, definitely going to happen in US in coming year. So yeah.
Yeah. Yes, in fact, when you look about it through his first term, Trump's administration built its immigration strategy around reducing both illegal and also legal immigration. So this approach has appealed many, who feel that too much immigration impacts U.S. job markets or increases competition even. So I think there's a lot that we can expect, but I think we should also not just look at the how to say, not just be too fearful, but also be hopeful at the same time, and look for good changes that are, in hand for us in the coming future, 2025 starting. So definitely looking forward for 2025. So,
Of course.
what else do you have to say?
Before saying anything, I would like to say to our viewers that, guys, if you are willing, then please you can join us right now. This is a great opportunity for you all to be a part of Immigration and Jobs Talk show, and we will definitely add you in our live show. And whatever information that you would like to share with our viewers, you will be free. So, Ryder, Cynthia, and Fawad also, because you have also joined, and there are other viewers also. So please feel free to join us, and we will definitely be here to welcome you. So, let us know if you are really interested in joining us. And here we can also see that there are one news that 4 big reasons that Indian IT sector is happy with Donald Trump's return despite likely tougher H1B visa and immigration laws. Wow. This is something really big breaking news, right?
Right.
So
I
Napasna,
mean,
what can you say on like how, like already we know that Trump and India, like Modi relation is fine. It's not that hostile. It's good. So will there be something beneficial for India in the coming year if Trump is ruling in USA?
for sure. I mean, we already know that Trump considers India as a friend, especially Modi ji. So I think, despite that fact, also, we are going to be looking ahead. Like you can see this news, 4 big reasons Indian IT sector is happy. So IT sector can expect a lot of good news in the future for sure. And but we are also going to expect tougher H1B visa things that people have to deal with. But I think we can look forward for good things coming for India, especially in the IT sector. And as this article also says, that the India's information technology sector is upbeat about President Donald Trump's return to the Oval Office, and mood is high despite concerns over potential changes to U.S. immigration laws. So, immigration experts and analysts have warned that Trump may go stricter on H-1B and other immigration laws due to his second tenure as the U.S. president. But I think also at the same time they are hopeful, especially with regard to IT sector. So, yeah, what about you, Sam? What do you have? Do you have anything else to add? Like,
Yeah, I think that as we all know that we like Modi ji and Trump, they have a good relation. So I think this may work as a beneficial for India and especially for IT sector, because we have seen most of the time that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Trump, they had a kind of international summits like Howdy Modi and also Namaste Trump events. So we have seen them together with like smiles, handshakes, and lots of selfies. So we can definitely expect some positivity from Trump's rule, and especially for IT sector. So I think this is going to be not only a risky thing, but also maybe a good opportunity for Indian as well, because as we know that Trump is ready to make a fair deal, and for India, I think this could also mean a good opportunity. So
For sure.
I would like to join. Hi, Sam and
yeah,
Vanessa.
hi
Can you?
Rajni.
Hi. Hi, Raj.
Hi, I would like to join with all you, and I would like to actually disagree with the both of you.
Okay.
That Trump is going to be beneficial for India. I mean, he see. Firstly, Trump is a businessman, right? So everything he has, everything that he's going to do is going to do with a business
Right.
perspective. So if it is benefiting America, if it is benefiting USA in terms monetarily, then of course he's going to be good for India. But he's you see he has great relations with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But with that, he very recently also called India a very big abuser of tariff. So I don't know if you saw the news or not, but he called India a very big abuser of tariff, and he said that they impose like high tariffs. So and which is then everybody was shocked when he said this, because people were really expecting that Trump and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they have such a good relations. How can he use these words? But he made he put everybody in shock. But then, so that's what you have to understand about Trump, that he's very unpredictable, right? So every time you say that he's going to be beneficial for this country, he might not. It might look like he is, but he might not, because he will every time he, like he has said in his speeches, and like also how he said in his final speech, in his winning speech, that his heart and soul is for America. So if it is benefiting America, if the relations with India are benefiting America, if the business is benefiting America, only then he's going to be good for India. Otherwise, I don't think so he's going to be good for anybody. I completely agree with this. I think here maybe the Democrats could have been soft, and could have been a bit lenient. But when it comes to business and money, I don't think so. You can, uh, you know, um, think
But
you can consider Trump a lenient, or Trump as a nice
yeah, I
guy.
mean, that any day we cannot think of him as a lenient guy. I mean, talk about Trump, then, I mean, sarcasm comes in and rudeness comes in and being blunt comes in. But as far as, being uh, business centric or business minded or money minded. We also have trades with India, right? Whether you talk about technology, energy, or even pharmaceuticals for that matter. So both countries are interested in furthering this economic relationship. So I'm sure it's going to benefit both the countries. Rajni, if you can, if you have anything to say about that.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. You're right. But but politicians, right? Now after Trump losing the 2020 election, so now he was also playing his cards right, right? He was having every right person on his team, whether it was Joe Rogan, whether it was Elon Musk, whether it was all the billionaires that were in his team. He was playing the right cards. He was having the right people. Whereas if you look at the Democrats, they were only having these celebrities, these Hollywood celebrities, Cardi B, or
Taylor.
Katy Perry, or Beyonce and Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, what do they know about people's problems, or the normal people problem, right? But the businessman, they work with the people, they know
Yes,
the
and he plays
market,
smart.
so they
Yeah,
know, they knew what's going to work and what's going to backfire,
right.
right? So I think this is what Trump's team actually did right, having the right kind of people on his
Mhm.
side, and then playing the right cards. Because I think we also discussed this in the US presidential election, that election episode, that these when Joe Rogan endorsed him, and when Elon Musk endorsed him, people were really hyped up after they endorsed Trump,
Mhm.
right? So I think so about Trump, he's going to be very unpredictable. And it was all about being showing him good with India, and showing his relations good with India, so that he can also attract those Indian voters,
Could be.
right? And every time he was going on the rallies, he was saying, I love India, I love the Hindus. These was his slogans. Where if you look at Trump, he's not, he doesn't very much get involved in these religious
Mhm.
talks. But this times he was playing his
See,
cards
that's okay.
right.
I don't think that there's any problem in that because, after all, he's a politician. He's not just a businessman, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, you cannot say that he's going to be good for the country because he might be playing his
Yeah,
politician card
definitely. He
right.
would, I mean, see, he will do something that will definitely benefit America, and then only he will
Right.
help.
He's all for America. There's no if and but about it. There's no confusion about it that he's going to go against America, or he's going to go, like, he's going to do something that is not favor of the American people. But you also have to understand that when it comes to India, or when it comes to his relations with India, maybe he was only attracting, with his campaigns, he was attracting the Indian voters, the American Indian voters, right? Because he was constantly talking about Modi, Prime Minister Modi, in his speeches. If you There was one podcast where he talked about how, when he was in a rally with Prime Minister Modi, so how, there was one country who was actually uh, 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 who was actually against prime minister, or who was actually against India, and they were actually, saying bad things about India. Then, and he said that, I'm very good with these people, let me help you with these people. And then Prime Minister Modi said, no, I'm going to do it, because we have controlled them, and we have taken care of these people for hundreds of years. So he was constantly talking about these things. He was attracting those Indian voters, because we have a good percentage of Indian voters also in America, right? So maybe, and then JD Vance
Yeah.
being his vice president, his wife is an Indian American, right? She has Indian roots. So then even he was talking about vegetarian, Indian vegetarian food, and he was playing that Indian card. And then they also have Vivek Ramaswamy, who has Indian roots. So they were actually trying. They had this very smart campaign.
And it worked. It worked right,
So
Rajni. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It worked.
Yeah,
It
right.
definitely worked in
exactly,
favor
it
of
worked in
Trump.
their favor. So you can't say that he's going to be nice, or he's going to be good for this country. All he's going to be good for is USA. That's I'm
Of course.
100%
Yes,
sure
America
about.
first.
But he can't
If
care about
US
the
is
other
benefiting,
country.
then he will definitely be here for India. It's like that.
Yes. And as we all know, he's
Right?
a person of common sense. So once things don't make sense to him, he's probably going to stop.
The Democrats don't believe that, Napasa, that he's a person of common sense,
Right.
right?
But at this moment, Rajni, we also have I think our President Dan sharing some audio clip. If we can also play that control.
Of course, please, let's
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, we'll have to. Okay. Give me a moment, please. But yeah, you can.
Okay, let me play it. Let me play
All
it from my
right.
phone.
This is great. India believes that this could be a game changer for H-1Bs. But if you looked at his last term, um, and the H-1B visas were, people had trouble extending their visas, and there was COVID. Uh, they could not get jobs, and the visas have expired. People have tried to change statuses to B1, like a business visit visa, and they could not travel. They were, if people had an extension approved, this was purely based on the tenure of the job, not for 3 years. They got it for like 3 months, 4 months, and problems with obtaining inclined letters, trying to establish employer-employee relationship, which was rescinded in 2019. But then we're not sure how this is going to, what will be the outlook. Number one, the IT job market, where the H-1Bs are heavily used, and the new restrictions on policies for obtaining new H-1B visas, and eventually getting a visa stamping at the consulate. then the port of entries, and finally, once they are here, especially for Indian nationals with the backlog and per country green card visa on policies for obtaining new H-1B visas and eventually getting a visa stamping at the consulate, then the port of entries, and finally, once they are here, especially for Indian nationals with the backlog and per country green card visa limits, we're not sure what we have to see in the future. So let's see how this whole process turns and how meticulous the whole process is going to be, the new immigration that people are talking about once on your Trump 2.0. So let's see. And this is a great discussion, guys. Keep going.
All right, I think that was the voice note, or that was the audio clip from Dan. Thank you so much, Dan, for that amazing voice
Thank
note.
you, man.
I think, yeah, that actually gave us a lot of information. Nipasa, what do you have to say?
For sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And Trump 2.0 is what we are all looking forward for. And yes, I think this new trend is only giving us hope. So let's look ahead for better things coming ahead of us.
Yeah. And
Yes.
we have also heard so many stories of like, if we talk about Indians specifically, then Indian IT professionals that they were struggling with H1B visa restrictions earlier
Yes.
also. And as now Rajni also mentioned that Trump is completely unpredictable and he will do something that will definitely indirectly benefit America, then only he will help India. So I think this is going to
You
be a
know,
complete bumpy road for tech firms. So
You
yeah,
know,
please.
Sam, this also reminds me that if you remember when the campaign initially started, of Trump, of the Republican Party, then what Trump I think it was a podcast, and in a podcast, Trump actually said that everybody who's going to get graduated from the U.S. universities is automatically going to give them green cards, right? And we
Yes,
also
yes,
covered
yes.
the news in our channel. And then when we spoke with the attorneys, when we did a show with them, then the attorneys actually told us that it's not possible, right? It's not possible
Yeah, a
because there
law
has
is a law and rules are rules,
yeah,
and it can't be
of
changed
course there's going
overnight.
to be constitution, and then there are going to be other officers who has to take a decision on this. He alone can't take such big decisions, right?
Yeah.
So maybe, like I said, maybe he was playing his cards right by saying the correct things, and hitting the correct
I
nail.
think,
So yeah, I don't think so. And now I would like to actually talk a little bit about uh, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I don't know if you can call her ex Prime Minister, because she didn't
he
resign.
hasn't resigned. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And she, after Trump became the president, she also congratulated him. And now there are a lot of discussion going on social media and also on news that she might again go to Bangladesh and become the prime minister. And the existing government will might not exist. So, what do you think? What do you think about that? See, if you read this news, it says Sheikh Hasina calls herself Prime Minister of Bangladesh in letter congratulating Donald Trump. Now, this is a big news, right?
A
It
very
is.
big, I would say.
Yeah. Maybe she was just waiting for Trump to become the president, and then she can call herself again, because
Now
because
I
they,
think now she got that courage to, come in front of people and to put her words.
Mhm. And her party, the
She's
Awami
also
League
playing
party, they
smart.
are also coming in favor. They are also coming in favor, and they're also talking about, and they're also calling her back and saying, let's get her back, and let's,
Hmm.
yeah.
See, her silence and her wait, her patience is actually paying off, because there would have been no point if she would have tried to speak when things were actually all on fire, literally on fire.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, I
for
think there were,
taking the right
because
time.
if we can see this news, is this news actually says that Awami League viral resignation letter of Sheikh Hasina is fake. So there, in social media, her resignation letter was also circulating. So now this news has come that it was fake, and she didn't even get a
Yes.
chance. I think she was in under 40 minutes or 45 minutes. She was asked to leave the country. So
Right.
when did she get a chance to actually resign? Right?
I don't think she got a chance.
I
She
think
didn't
And
get
now
a
that
chance.
is
She didn't even get a
backfiring
chance
against
to
her.
pack her bags and to take her stuff. She was just
She just she just had to run away without
yeah,
anything, I
she
think. Yes.
that's what we I think this is what that was there in the news too, that she had to run away in under I think 40 minutes or 45 minutes. She was asked to leave the country, and
Just to save her life.
then
I
you saw
mean,
the
she couldn't have
pictures that
even.
the people who created the riot over there, how they went into her home and took her stuff. So, and after that, a lot of things have happened in Bangladesh. So, hopefully, let's see whatever that is best for the country happens, because the people are also waiting for their good times, and they're really waiting very badly that, that the right
The
government should come
tables have
down.
challenges in the pursuit of peace, harmony, stability, trembling. That the Biden Clinton survive Muhammad Yunus. You see, to survive, he has become shamelessly sycophantic towards Donald Trump. Well, that's because he knows that the Biden Clinton game that actually brought him to power is now over. The earthquake is in Washington, but it's DACA that is now trembling. Here's what we mean by that. The chief advisor to Bangladesh's interim government extended his wishes to the US president elect on his election victory in a letter to Donald Trump. Yunus said, and I'm quoting here, "I'm delighted to convey on behalf of the government and the people of Bangladesh my heartfelt felicitations to you on your victory in the US presidential election 2024. Excellency, aligning with our commitment to a peaceful and inclusive society, the government and the peace-loving people of Bangladesh look forward to partner and collaborate in your efforts in addressing the global challenges in the pursuit of peace, harmony, stability, and prosperity for all, quote unquote." Sounds great, sounds positive, right? But if it was us reading the tea leaves, we would say that Yunus is rattled. He's worried. You see, his message to Donald Trump is being seen as an indirect response to Trump's recent remarks condemning the rampant attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh. Remember, Trump, in his Diwali message, condemned the quote-unquote barbaric violence against Hindus and other minority groups in Bangladesh. Trump had said, and I'm quoting here, "It would never have happened on my watch." In fact, the president-elect added back then that the message had come hours before the US election. This message from Trump was an embarrassment for Bangladesh's caretaker government. Despite multiple reports, Dhaka had underplayed the rampant attacks against Hindus and Hindu places of worship in Bangladesh. And now here was a presidential hopeful promising to take action against this. Trump's comment surely came as an embarrassment for Yunus, to say the least, who has been perceived to be close to Washington because of his personal equation with Bill and Hillary Clinton. And so, as a result of Trump's comment, a large section of the Bangladeshi media came up with a rebuttal.
Right. So that was the news. So you saw, I mean, a lot of people are congratulating him. Even Ukraine's President Zelensky is also congratulating him, saying that he is happy with him, with Donald Trump being elected. But I don't really think so that he is happy,
He may seem
because
diplomatic.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
now, I think who else congratulated? I think Pakistan's Prime Minister also congratulated him.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people who are actually portraying as if they are very happy by congratulating him and saying nice things, that
But we
let's
don't know the
work,
reality.
yeah, let's work together and make our relations better with each other's countries and each other's people. But I don't really think so. They are very much happy, because knowing Trump, he's going to make, if he has been given this opportunity, so he's definitely going to do something about making their life hell. Now, coming up to Justin Trudeau, even he said that he's happy and he would like to congratulate Donald Trump, but I don't think so he's happy at all, because his partner, Jagmeet, uh,
Hmm.
what Jagmeet said in a video interview is that now that President Trump has been elected, now it's, we all should worry because we are going to get affected by this, and we people of Canada, we all should come together, all of our parties, regardless of us being from any party, should come together and work together against him. So, he actually said this. So now, if you can imagine, one party member is actually congratulating Trump, and the other party member is saying these things about Trump. Is it possible that they are happy? Of course, they are portraying that they
Yeah,
are happy.
But
but
it's
I think
something
they're
that
always being. Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
yeah, I think like Rajni and Apasa, these are the things that will definitely happen in politics, right? Doesn't matter how good you are or how
Yeah,
much,
I mean, at the
right?
end of the day, it's like, it's, if you can just think about it, like a competition between two or three or more
This will
competitors, and
happen.
whoever wins is always congratulated, like it or not. Even other contestants, the runner-up or whoever, they may not like it. They hate the news that they lost against the winner, but
But still
they
they
have
have
to
to.
congratulate. I mean, that's how it all works.
And
So
I
I think
think
we'll have to
Trump
just look at it
will
like that.
be good only for Americans, not for other countries. He may be very dangerous and he may be very much unpredictable. I think this is a
He's
very
not going to
strong
be
word.
bad, but he's
Yeah,
definitely going to be
because he
very.
can be. He can be. If something on the other, if he finds that America is suffering from something or some country, then I don't think that he will have a second thought of, you know,
Yeah,
See,
I mean, he'll act
I think
as
that's how every prime
as
minister or president should be. Don't What do you think?
exactly,
Right?
exactly.
That's
That's
how
what I
every
was going to
president,
say,
they should
first,
think
like a
about their
mother or a
people. They should
parent.
think about their country first. And if their country is
Yeah.
prospering, if their country and their people are happy, then, I mean, why do we
Well, I
care about?
mean,
I mean, see, as humans and as humanity, we should of course care about the whole world, and we should think about peace being there and peace being restored in the whole world. But your country comes first. You like you say,
now
yeah.
now it's
once say, right, that
yeah.
charity begins at home. So you take care of your
Yeah.
people first, and then you move to other people.
And now it's like most of the places we can see that there's nothing positive that's happening. If like negative, so many terrorism attacks, assassination, these are things are happening. So you can't just sit in a room and give a good speech and then you can expect people to change. You need to have like pick something up and then you have to throw them out of your country or your home, then only it's going to
Yeah, and
be
I think it's
happening.
only natural, he'll be acting like a protective parent, or I mean, this you will see in
Or a
every living
grandparent
being.
because he's
So
78.
yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. And America is going to be his baby for the next 4 years, 5 years at least, and so
Right.
we are only going to see that he's going to protect America in every way, and as he has already said it out loud, America first. So that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, and that's how I think, I believe that's how it should be
Yeah.
for all the countries. And I think every prime minister or every president should follow his footsteps and should think about their people and their country first, right? So only when your people are happy, then you can think about, making other countries, or thinking about uh, it, let's talk about COVID, because we when COVID happened and we had vaccines, and there was shortage of vaccines. But then, just imagine if one prime minister, if let's talk about India, if Indian prime minister would have given all the vaccines to other countries, and his own countrymen been dying. So do you really think that was the right way to take care of the situation? No, right? Your people and your country
Obviously
comes
no,
first.
yeah.
When they
Because
are
you
safe,
have
then
to
you can
you have to
help
look for your
others.
country first. And that's what he did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what about these celebrities? I would like to ask you guys that, okay, Tom Hanks and Robert De Niro, and I think again, Cardi B and all these people, you know what they said. And if you, I don't know if you know or not, but this late night show, what, Jimmy Kimmel, I think, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel late
Yes.
night show. So yesterday he cried on his late night show. He was literally crying, saying this was such a bad day for women, this was such a bad day for immigrants. He cried on his late night show, and he was so sad about Trump winning. that he had tears coming out of his eyes. And all these celebrities, they are so sad. And before while the elections were while the campaign was running, they were saying that if Trump wins, they are going to leave the country and they are going to shift to Canada. So now
And
that
I,
Trump has won,
yeah, and I even,
do you think
Rajni,
they are going to move out of USA? Do you think they are going to take this step? What do you think?
no, 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 I don't think so. It's just a way of expressing their anger, because I also seen in some of the videos also that people were saying that Americans are, like, there was some kind of abusive language, and then they were saying that what happened to America, I can't even imagine. Why are they supporting Trump's principle? They are, it's not right. So they were like completely anti Trump, and people who are completely pro Trump. So there's no like mediocre kind of thing that people are completely against or people are completely in favor. So I think America is divided into Trump, I mean, for Trump or anti Trump. It's like that.
Right. And, I think before the show, we were also talking about the meltdowns happening of the people who are against Trump. If you go to Twitter or if you go to YouTube or TikTok, there are people like literally crying, and they are, I mean, they are crying as if I don't know who died. I'm so sorry to use these words, but they are literally acting out as if, whoa, like apocalypse has happened or is going to happen.
Yeah, because they are feeling that now America is going to die. That is
Yeah.
why they're crying like that.
Right, right, exactly. I
But
don't know why are they
Rajni,
so sad. I mean,
yeah,
see, there's
it will
every
not
coin
happen.
has two sides, good side and a bad side. I mean, there's going
Exactly.
to be good, but and also going to be bad. But I don't know if it is literally, if things are literally this bad, how they are having the meltdowns. Okay, I think we got a audio clip from Dan. I would like to play this.
Oh yeah, sure,
Sure.
please. We would love to.
So yeah.
I wish you could just
Right.
join us, for the
Amazing discussion,
discussion.
right? So, but then, in my
Dan, maybe.
opinion, right, look at the
But
Guys, can you hear?
yeah.
Rajni, please
Hmm.
play from the beginning.
Okay.
forum of the world politics. Guys, it's still an amazing discussion, right? So, but then, in my opinion, right, look at the decorum of the world politics. It's all destroyed. Now, there's been an ongoing war, Russia, Ukraine. Then there's a problem, Israel and Iran. Uh, uh, Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina had to flee. And then we have a problem. We had a problem in Sri Lanka. The president's palace was attacked. Likewise in Bangladesh as well. But then Trump, being a tough negotiator, and with his past experience as president, with an amazing team that he can create, amazing think tank, which could probably be a big change, can bring in a big change in terms of the entire war situation in the world. And if you look at the stock market in the U.S., it just it's adding up, it's going up, and looks like it's with the news of Trump's victory, the markets is showing positive impact. Now, when it comes to removing 11 million illegal immigrants, this is going to be a tough job. It's going to take probably years before they can catch them and document them to remove them. Now, the biggest question mark I have is, how many of them have a state, which means, the country of origin. What if, 50% of them, 5 million, are stateless without any passports? Where would be they? Where would they send them back to? Which country? If somebody's speaking Spanish, Espanol, it doesn't mean that they are from Mexico. They could be from Colombia. They could be from. How are they going to identify these folks? And even if they identified someone, for example, from a country, South American country, are these countries willing to accept them if they have no evidence of their country of origin, like a passport? So this is going to be a big challenge. And this whole process might cost $1 trillion. It ain't going to be cheap. This reminds me of a great song from Billy Joel, We didn't start the fire, so someone is setting up the fire now, and let's see what's going to happen.
Wow. Actually, there's so much to
So
process and so
true.
much to talk about, right? I'm glad that we are
It's
going
so
to have
true.
these shows regularly every day at 4 p.m. So, guys, make sure that you join these shows. We are going to have these shows every day at 4 p.m. Sam and Napasa are going to be there. And maybe if the discussion is interesting and the topic is interesting, I can also jump in between. But there's with this Trump coming into the office and coming into power, I think there's so much to talk about. And every day we are not only going to get a lot of news, but we are also going to get a lot of memes. And the most excited that I'm about is memes because I love watching
Memes.
memes.
And the
And
comments
especially when
in
it
them.
comes to
Oh my
Trump, because
gosh.
they are the funniest and they are the most amazing. And you
Right.
know what?
Yeah.
Dan actually mentioned that the American stock market is actually going up, but Dan, not just in the US, but also I heard that in India too, the market is going up and it is rising after that Trump has won.
Well,
So
Mhm.
yeah,
see, it's
I think
benefiting
right
everyone.
now they are in sync and they are in line, US and India. But
India.
let's just see what happens in the future. I think Ishita is also here. Ishita is saying something. I think Sam or Nepasa, you should read it out.
Yeah, sure. So Ishita is saying that the Trump administration placed on the regularity agenda a rule to restrict optional practical training, which allows international students to gain experience by working in their field for 12 months. And the Obama administration issued a rule that permitted students in science, technology, engineering, and the math fields to extend OPT for an additional 24 months. Oh,
So, this, I mean, as spoken earlier, I think it's going
yes.
to definitely be affected. So,
Some of the
extensions are
changes,
going to be a
yeah,
problem from what I can be reading, and what attorneys are also speaking in various other discussions, that maybe visa extensions are going to be a tough thing, but it's not like it's already easy anyway. So, I think what visa issues and, all these, especially with visa extension, the issues which are faced, I think these will keep on happening, and how it is. And even if changes happen, it's going to be take time for all that to
yeah.
happen, I think.
But it depends also because due to this OPT, also most of the people who were like only for the particular purpose, they were also trying to settle in US. So I think if there's a change of duration from like 24 months to 12 months, then I think we can just be hopeful for this, and we can see that if there's a change in the regulatory agenda, then uh, we can expect something good, and let's see what Trump 2.0 is going to bring for
Yeah, but
students
uh,
and for
but
workers
for
too.
sure, I mean, this could impact students, also, and also the US economy. So let's see what can happen really. And from all this innovation and these talents that students bring in, it's actually only benefits that America should look forward to. But I mean, there you go. You have already mentioned about the extensions being hard. So there you go.
All right, so I think Nepasa, we have almost crossed an hour, and that too we got a good amount of viewers and good
Oh,
amount of
wow.
engagements. So it's really good, and I'm
Okay,
really
so
excited.
before you guys end the show, just one
Yeah.
last question, and maybe then I can also leave, and then you can wrap it up. So if you were given a chance to vote in America, who would you have voted for? Sam?
Trump.
Okay, wow. And Nipasa?
I mean,
Come
I
on, Nipasa. Now he has one, so now you can take anybody's
I
name.
already told,
You don't have
I
to be
mean, even
diplomatic.
yesterday when we spoke, it was Harris, and even earlier today, I was talking about Harris's and how we all look up to her, and there were things she could have understood better. And I think the approach, the way she speaks to people, the way she connects, I think that's what I admired most. Of course, I mean, me being more sentimental, emotional, and I think sometimes I feel like Trump is too harsh, and I would cry if I would have to deal with him sometimes, just because
You're
he's harsh.
fired, right? How he says,
There's
Kamala,
too
you're
much fire.
fired.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Okay,
how it is.
I
But
think
you
it's
know,
nice that we have both the people here,
and
to
Rajni, whom
balance
would
it
you
out.
support it?
Me, okay, guys, it's time for me to leave. You guys can wrap it up. Thank you.
Right. It's time for you to
Thank you
answer
so
the
much, Rajni. It was
question.
fun you joined. Thank you, really. And thank you, Dan, too. I mean, for your voice notes, really, really added so much more to our show, so much to process already.
Yeah. And those were really good. So I think Napasa, I'm really excited, to have more and more live shows together. And guys, we will be, getting live on 4 p.m. So please join us every day. And you can also join us not only through comments or chats, but you can also come live with us. And it's your call whether you want to be on audio or whether you want to be on video. We would love to have you with us. And yeah, and I think this is great. So, Nipasa, any end note that you would like to share with our viewers?
I think the question still remains, how will these possible policies affect the economy, the workforce, and the fundamental fabric of American society? So I think with all these notes, we just have more to look forward to. And since Rajni has already mentioned that we'll be meeting every day at 4 p.m., so I'm looking forward to discuss more on all these notes. And best thing is, folks out there can also join us, even if not on
Right.
video, you can join us on audio just like Rajni joined us today. And if you have your views or anything to talk about and share with us on immigration, it would be really lovely to have you join us. For more details, you can check out the description on this video stream. And also, what can immigrant communities and businesses do to prepare for all this? Folks, please stay with us, stay tuned, and watch this space. Our channel, our handle is Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that whenever we have discussions like these, you can be notified and you can even join us on these. That's the best thing, I think. And last but not the least, thank you all for joining us in today's discussion. Thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Sam. I mean, I had a lovely time,
Me too.
unexpectedly for sure, because before we started this we were like thinking what will we speak about, but when it started, it just went on and on. I guess so much to talk about. So thank you.
Me too. It was really great having you, Napasa, and it was really great having everyone, to Rajni, to Dan, to you, and to our viewers also. It was really great and pleasure having you all. So, guys, keep on watching Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. Also, join us at 4 p.m. sharp so that, whatever information you want to share, we are definitely here to take up all. So, thank you so much, everyone, and keep on watching Immigration and Jobs Talk Show. And Sam, signing off for now.
Yes, definitely. Stay informed, stay engaged. And this is Nipasa saying bye for now. Bye bye.